Hey there, my name is Peter Janis. I'm here from Radial Engineering to tell you a little bit about the ProRMP. This is a reamping device designed for studio use. Now the cool thing about the ProRMP is that it's completely passive. That means you plug it in, no power required, it just works. Let me explain how to use it, and also I want to tell you how you can use it live. So it's not just for studio, you can also use it live. So typically how you reamp a track is simple. You take a guitar, could be a bass, could be anything, run it into a DI box like the J48. From there, I'm just going to grab another pen so we can kind of follow the signal track. So the signal will go through the J48 to the recording system. At the same time, you're going to take a throughput, which is a direct output from the J48, and go to the guitar amplifier. This way the guitarist in the studio can play the track, have his guitar amplifier, and just play, run distortion, do everything that he wants to do. And once his track is done, boom, send him home. You don't need him anymore. That's the beauty about reamping. You get those pesky guitar players out of the studio. Now, what's particularly cool about reamping is that you've got this through connection that goes to the amp and a dry signal over here. In other words, what you're recording is you're recording the performance clean. That's important because with a clean track, when you're in Pro Tools or some kind of digital recording system, when you want to mess around with tracks, move them around, do all that kind of thing, edits, pitch shift, whatever it might do, fix a flub note. Doing it with a clean track is super easy. Doing it with distortion is a pain in the butt. So this solves the problem. You get a clean track. With that clean track, you then take that same clean track, run it through your reamper, so in this case the ProRMP, and the ProRMP then goes into the guitar amplifier, and you mic it. By the way, you do want to mic both the original performance from the guitar player and you want to mic the final reamped solution. And why is reamping so important? Well, you might record a guitar track and it sounds great with that Marshall amplifier. As you've had vocals, keyboards, backing tracks, all these things, drums, you might find that, boy, that guitar sound is too big, it's too fat, it's not what we want. All right, take that clean track, reamp out to a little Fender Twin, maybe a Fender Deluxe amp, maybe a Mesa Boogie, who knows? You can add distortion pedals, you can add wah, you can do all those things. And that's the beauty of reamping. You're not stuck or you're not committed to a sound right from the get-go. You can actually change it as the recording process advances. Now, you can also reamp in another cool way, and that is on a live situation. So you might have your electric guitar hooked up to, this is my electric guitar here, my quick drawing, hooked up to a wireless system. The other end, you have a wireless receiver, so it picks up the sound. From the wireless receiver, you could go into the ProRMP, and that would then go to the amp, okay? And the benefit of going through the ProRMP is that the transformer smooths out the sound. It makes it sound more like a tube amp. That's the big complaint a lot of people have with wireless systems, is that they sound too stark, they sound unnatural. Well, reampers like the ProRMP, X-Amp, and Reamp JCR are designed to solve that problem, because what they do is they change the impedance so that it sounds right on the guitar amplifier. That transformer, circuitry inside has all been optimized to make it sound really nice and warm, and that's a huge trick. A lot of bands on tour right now using the ProRMP for that very reason. So there you go. Let's just go over the feature set. Passive transformer, no buzz, no hum. That's another thing that I should mention here. When you got a guitar amp, you got a recorder, a lot of times you get hum and buzz problems. That's caused by ground loops. That's because the audio signal path and the electrical signal path, and I will draw that in another color here so we can see it. There's that electrical signal path that goes through here, and there's this audio signal path. See, that's a ground loop. That's a big loop. The reamper blocks DC. You can lift the ground. It gets rid of the buzz and hum problems that you get either recording or live, and that's what's really cool about that. It matches the impedance. In other words, it changes from line level. This is typically a balanced line level plus 4 dB output to a minus 20, minus 30 dB level, unbalanced. So it does the impedance and unbalances the signal. You can adjust the level. If you take a look at it, you've got a little adjustment. This is a little set screw. You just use this little set screw to adjust the level, so once it's set and forget, boom, you're done. And then of course, as I said earlier, you get a ground lift switch. So basically it makes life really easy. ProRMP does everything you need, simple box, great for reamping either in the studio or on stage.